Hello everyone! Today I want to share with you my detailed recipe for sourdough semolina bread, a traditional Sicilian loaf called Pane di Semola. This bread is made entirely from durum wheat semolina. And if you ever work with this flour, you know it behaves very differently from regular bread flour. Trust me, before sharing this recipe with you, I baked at least 30 loaves to make it perfect. We'll show you all the secrets so your bread comes out soft, beautiful, and never sour. Before making the levain, you need to mix semolina flour with water and let it rest. Semolina absorbs water very slowly, so this autolyse is essential. I recommend to leave this at the room temperature for 3 hours. Some bakers do this step in the fridge, but I prefer the room temperature. This keeps the bulk fermentation not as long. My levain takes about 5 hours to mature. It is 100% hydration and it is made with half whole wheat flour and half white flour. When the levain is ready and bubbly, add it directly into the autolysed dough. Be extremely gentle. Semolina dough tears easily, so don't knead aggressively. Just fold the levain into the dough and let it rest for 30 minutes. Next, you'll add the remaining water and salt. A tip that makes a huge difference: dissolve the salt in water before adding it to the dough. This incorporates the salt more evenly and prevents tearing. Gently squeeze the dough with your hands until all the salted water is absorbed. Remember, always gentle movements. Let the dough rest another 30 minutes. Then you'll need to do 3 sets of stretch and folds every 30 minutes. It's absolutely crucial that the dough stays at 25 Celsius during the entire bulk fermentation. From my experience, if your dough temperature gets close to 26 Celsius, the bread can easily turn sour. Semolina ferments quickly and needs a cooler environment. The total bulk fermentation time is about 5 hours and a half. After bulk fermentation, pre-shape the dough. Working with semolina is much easier if you cool the dough slightly. I recommend placing the dough in the fridge for 30 minutes before shaping. I didn't do this in the video, but trust me, it helps a lot, especially if it's your first time working with semolina. After pre-shaping the dough, let it rest for 15 minutes and then shape it in your favorite style. Try to use as minimal flour as possible when you shape your dough, and also it helps a lot to use a scraper. After shaping the dough, we need to put it for cold proofing in the fridge at 6 Celsius. I did a lot of experiments with this type of bread. I experiment with 4 Celsius in the fridge and 6 Celsius. And let me tell you, the best result for this bread was at 6 Celsius. So we need to do cold proofing around 14.5 hours to 15 hours. Again, at 6 Celsius. And then we'll bake the bread straight from the fridge. We're not letting it warm up. highly recommend using a Dutch oven. Semolina burns easily, so covering the bread for the first part of the bake prevents the top from getting too dark. Bake it at 475 Fahrenheit for first 20 minutes with the lid on and 450 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes without the lid. After baking, let it cool down completely, at least for 3 hours. The crumb needs this time to fully set, otherwise it may feel gummy. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if this tutorial was helpful for you and if this bread comes out beautifully for you.